So today we're going to look at assessing normality. There's two methods. The first one we're going to do is we're going to create a box plot and look for outliers or skewness. That one's an all right method. It's not perfect, but it's all right. It's good enough for AP exam. A better one is to create a normal probability plot and look for linearity. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. So we're going to first look at the data that we have here and type it into your calculator. So I'm going to take this out, type it into list 1. So take a second, pause your video, and do so. All right, hopefully you're done. And the first method is to look at a box plot. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to go over to a box plot with outliers, and then I'm going to hit zoom, zoom. There we go, 9. And we get a nice little box plot that looks like this. Now, as far as AP is concerned, we can do that and say, hey, this looks relatively normal. It's symmetric in the middle. Slightly skewed to the right, maybe, but not too much. So that's good enough for normality. The downside about using a box plot for normality is we don't know exactly what it looks like. We could have a distribution that looks like this, and it'll be fine. We could also have a distribution that looks kind of like this. We don't even know. We have no idea what it looks like behind there. But for the use of this class, we can say, looks approximately normal because the box plot has no major outliers or no major skewness. Now, a more accurate method would be to use a normal probability plot. So if I hit second stat plot, this is a graph that, the only graph here that we haven't done before. If you go all the way to the end, that's a normal probability plot. And if I hit zoom 9, I have something that looks like this. That's our normal probability plot. So let's see, once we have this, what we look for. Now the next slide tells us, if the normal probability plot lies close to a straight line, then the plot indicates that the data are normal. Systematic deviations from a straight line indicate non-normal distribution. Outliers appear as points that are far away from the overall pattern of the plot. So let's look at this. If I wanted to draw a line, maybe a little like that, something, that looks pretty good. Now, for most of the data, this looks pretty normal. However, at this end, it looks a little bit off. This is a much better way to tell if the data is approximately normal. All right, now we're going to take a look and see some more normal probability plots and see if what we think about linearity. So if we look at this normal probability plot, it looks fairly good. There's a few points off the line in the beginning and end, but that we could say this is approximately normal. Pretty close. However, if we have a line like this that curves like that, there's an obvious curve. So we would look at this and see this is a non-normal situation. Here's another one. The data is close to the line. There's a few points off. So that's approximately normal. However, when you look at this, hopefully you see there's some obvious curve. So now we know that's a non-normal situation. All right, now hopefully that helps you do it on your own.